All right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to another episode of Table Talk. We're at episode
9?
11.
9 or 10. We had a little hiatus last week. Took a little break.
Homo most out of pocket hot takes? Are we not gonna do that this
Some of
week?
the most out-of-pocket hot takes. I think we should always include that.
Most hot pockets. Wait. Most hot pockets outtakes.
Let's get into this yodeling kid.
Yeah, let's get into this Yodle one.
That is the most hot song
The hottest commodity
of
on the
2018.
market.
It's ironically good. It's ironically.
It was supposed to be a meme, and like the first part of it was a meme. Like it was funny how like the kid was like.
Okay, but I want to
in
know
the
why
Walmart.
he did this. Like, what was was he trying to panhandle?
It's Walmart. Like this is like.
I was-
people at
yeah.
Walmart,
This is like the least strange thing that's ever happened
That's
at Walmart.
true. That's true.
I mean, there should be a reality television show where it's just live cameras set up in Walmarts in Florida.
That would actually be great.
That would actually be amazing.
Yeah, that would be phenomenal.
We should copyright that right now.
Yo,
Write that thing.
There's a guy, Joe Santagato. He has like a series,
Yeah,
People of Walmart.
That,
Dude,
that's actually good.
that-
Yo,
that's
it's
so funny.
hilarious. You know, and it's funny because like the stuff you see there, it's not even like you can't even like imagine. Like it's you see it, and it's like, yeah, I could see that.
There was a woman that I saw with, like, not me personally, but like on his
Show.
with literal like craps
Yeah.
all
I've
up
seen
and down
that.
her back.
Yeah, I see.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. If you guys actually want to watch good content on YouTube,
Joe Santagato.
You know,
Yeah.
he's one of like
you
the
guys came to
funniest
the wrong
dudes.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah. No.
he's hilarious.
Anyway,
Anyways.
back,
But
back to the yodeling kid.
Yeah. Back to the
Main topic. This kid's legit.
Yo,
He's
actually
legit.
Here's my
Good.
thing.
He's actually good, man.
Here's my thing. Is
Yeah.
he's gonna become like the backpack kid?
Yeah,
That's what I see is gonna happen.
but he's also way younger. This kid's like 9.
no, I know, but I mean like just like from a media standpoint, he's probably gonna go on Ellen within the next 2 weeks.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Honda.
He's gonna be all over, like the news, doing interviews.
Mm-hmm.
So like you know what I mean? He's just gonna like blow up, and then he's gonna have to like I don't know if he'll stick to it like the backpack kid did, but like he's just gonna become famous off of this. You know what I mean? Like I could.
Do you
see
think he
someone-
even knows that he's a meme?
I'd say there's no way he does
He
it.
has to know. Maybe he doesn't know he's a meme, but he knows he's famous. Like,
'Cause
there's no
he's-
way he
yeah.
can go out of his house without someone snapping a pic. Like, I can see someone, like, there's memes about him being at Coachella 2018,
Oh yeah.
but I could see it actually, like, someone bringing him out and
Yo,
be like, go to town.
I
Like
just
Post
want-
Malone or something like that.
Here's my thing, like, I'm surprised there's not like a meme museum yet. Like, there's been enough of these like big people that have become like memes that you could like
Like
you
the
could
Hockey
have,
Hall of Fame, but for memes.
Yeah, like you can have like this kid's like costume they wore in Walmart. Like they can buy it off
Yo,
of
now
it.
that
Like,
you-
and,
that's
like,
a
have it.
great Halloween costume.
Now that you mention it, just think of all the people that have become memes. Like, there's Salt Bae.
But that's his this year. Like think about
Oh,
like
I know.
Bad Luck Brian. You remember that?
Yeah, there's also the guy. What was his name? The guy in New York, where it's like hide your kids, hide your wife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Like
God.
that was a while ago.
Yeah,
but
there's-
still, like
There's been like great ones. Like
Those are the
Success
best
Kid.
memes when people are just themselves and they don't know like the stuff they're doing can just get like memed so hard.
And here's the thing, like I kind of asked you earlier, but I'm gonna ask you again. I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
you as well. Would you want to become a meme? Like, would you want to be thrown into that
No,
no.
no.
Yes.
metaphysical list of like celebrity?
Yes.
Yeah?
100%.
I just don't think I'd like that attention.
But think about it. Like, name one meme, like meme that everyone knows that people don't like of a person, like a person that's a meme that people are like, oh, you know what? Screw that guy.
Well, here's my thing, like,
Alex from Target.
oh
yeah, but was he like?
And
that's
T.
the-
Rosen fell really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, think about like the outstanding memes that are.
Okay,
so
the
here.
people that last aren't really getting like memed, I think.
Like even Damn Daniel, I didn't even hate him. Like it was just more the kid that would like say it. Like him himself, I was kind of like,
You know what the funny thing about that is? From what I've heard, the guy that wore the Vans, because there's two of them, the guy that wore the Vans
oh yeah, he got like
Yeah.
a lifetime event.
and the guy that said Damn Daniel, right?
Yeah.
The guy that said Damn Daniel got like a lifetime thing of like Vans or something like that.
And he was just behind the camera.
But not the guy that was actually wearing the Vans.
Yeah, one of them got something and the other one didn't get anything.
Well, like, because the way I look at it, right, is once you become a meme, you are now the meme. Like, your life does not exist outside of that. Like, this yodeling kid, he won't be able to go anywhere
That's what I mean. It's gonna be like the
for
backpack kid.
years without having a yodel for everyone he sees. And even like the damn Daniel kid.
Yeah.
Like, people probably go up to him all the time and say,
Yeah, damn Daniel.
and
Damn,
like,
Daniel.
even, like, you know that kid where it's like, gotta do it to them? Like, the kid
Yo,
like on the sidewalk?
I find that meme
Wait, which one?
so funny.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the kid
It's
on the sidewalk, and he's just like,
and he's standing like this, and he's
Yeah.
like, you know, I had to do it to him or
Yeah,
something like
Wait,
that.
I have to look this up. I don't think I know it.
no, you definitely see it before.
I don't know why that one's one of my favorites. I have no idea
You know,
why.
because it's so, like, obscure. Like, that one has gotten to
Got
the
it.
point.
Oh,
Dude.
it's just a picture.
Oh, it's a picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like Google it. But
I
okay,
think Nicoletti started that one too, eh?
I
Like,
don't-
I think the origin of that meme is like
This one?
yeah,
Yeah,
I think I've
Nicoletti
seen this one.
saw this random photo.
you know, I had to do it to. But people like put videos on top. Like
Oh.
Like, this meme has gone to the point where it's lost all sense of
people,
meaning.
I know.
Like, you see some of them where it's so obscure and abstract what's happening that I don't know, it's
I
fine.
think like
But you'd want to be a meme. Okay, what would your meme be though?
I don't know what mine would be. That's the thing. But I would be okay with being one. I
Yeah?
just don't know what mine would be.
Like, what if it was like something like, gotta suck that cock, you know, like the gotta suck that cock guy or some shit like that. That was
Yeah.
a lot. I'm gonna throw like 4 in there. But like, yeah, like,
I think I'd be okay with that. Like, I think I'd be okay with almost anything. Cause like,
but you'd have frat boys constantly going, like, you'd go out for like a few drinks with friends and frat guys would be like, oh, yo, it's that guy, suck that
I'm-
cock guy. Like,
I
yo,
mean,
dude,
I guess you could
buy it.
milk it, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, like literally, but like, I guess you could like, I guess you could like, just kind of play off of it. Like someone would be like, oh, like I'll buy you a drink, whatever, like just for like fun, like oh, like the round's on me or whatever, you know,
yeah,
like
I
that
don't
kind of
know.
thing.
I think I like.
Fair enough, because like, look at Salt Bay. Like, I would like to know how much more successful he became after the memes.
Well, think about it. Like,
Definitely way more.
yeah,
Yeah.
see all those celebrities that go to him now.
And the backpack kid, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah, like
too.
he was on like the Super Bowl with Katy Perry.
But I feel like that's so, like, little. Like, that's such a few amount out of, like, the multiple, like,
Oh yeah, no,
hundreds
no,
there's
absolutely. Like, are we like including like the old vines?
Yeah.
That people are memes like the potato flew around my room,
Well, you know what? Like,
or like Terrio.
I feel
Yo,
like.
yo, Terror's popping back up.
Yeah,
Is he?
actually, I've seen that.
Did he lose weight? Because I heard
No,
he did.
way
No,
bigger.
He's.
Oh really?
His face become more dense. He's like a dying star. Like,
Is he like
he's collapsing in on himself.
Is he like the blueberry kid from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Look at that reference, eh? Jesus Christ, who invited Grandpa to the table?
Bloated, eh?
Yeah, but like, is a vine really a meme? Like, for it to be a meme, I was talking with a friend about this today, actually. It has to be imitated. Like, that's what meme means. It's like ancient Greek for imitation.
Stop. Is that actually what it is?
Yeah, that's where it comes from.
I
Like,
mean,
the word meme comes from like the 1800s, I think.
I thought it was just made up.
No. Like, it's.
And I almost guarantee you, anybody that listens is gonna learn something today.
Fun fact of the day.
okay, so let's say
Ancient Greek. Yeah, sorry. Go
let's say vines aren't a meme, right?
on. Right.
Would you still like kind of classify them with memes, even though they're not a meme? Do you know what I mean by that though?
I think it could be a meme, but only if it's like not intentional. So do you know that one where it's like, "Get out, my mom's car"?
Oh, yeah.
like that. Like I feel like it was just supposed to be just kind of like some
But wasn't
girl.
that a
Like,
vine that was a meme?
it was a vine, but I think she just like put it out. But like
It blew up.
it
as
blew
a
up
meme.
because it just turned into a meme because people took the pictures and like
Because there's so
Yeah.
many of those vines that became memes. Like
The one where there's the one chick she's like, I want to be racist, but
Oh, yeah.
and it's oh my god,
there's so many like that.
those were the best finds though. Like,
Yeah, I swear we've had this conversation.
yeah, like those stupid freaking people from like LA that try to make like those
Yeah, like
humorous.
hate
Logan,
that
yeah.
Yeah, like those people can suck a bag.
what did you say about Logan Paul?
Yo, but like I think Jimmy Tatro and like Cody Ko,
Yeah,
they were like a part of those guys, but they were completely different because they never did like the big budget.
But were they
vines.
on Vine? Were they? On
Oh
Vine?
yeah. But they weren't like
they didn't start from Vine.
No, that's what I mean. They didn't.
they were on Vine though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they didn't find their roots in Vine. Like, there's a
No,
lot.
no.
Like the people that have started in Vine, and then have branched off to YouTube and whatnot, I hope all die collectively on the same plane.
Wow.
That crashes into the new World Trade Center.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I hate
That's deep.
that. Was the worst part of Vine for me.
Yo, but I'm not even gonna lie.
Besides-
Like Logan Paul had a 1-2 slapper.
Which one?
He had one where it was
one.
like. He had.
I already hate this.
Nah, there's the one where he was like, "Ooh, it's a little chilly today," and he like dives straight into like a lake of ice and just completely like cracks his head on the lake. Like I thought it was so funny at the time.
Oh man.
Like he had a couple ones that like back in like high school I was like, yo, this guy's kind of funny, but now I'm just kind of like.
Yeah, I mean.
But I'm telling you, like probably the funniest person on Vine that I think was Cody Ko. Like if you look up like, like you know how on YouTube there's like the 20-minute videos. Of,
Oh
like,
yeah, like the
Vine?
Vine
Like
compilation.
his are arguably the ones that I
Man,
start cracking
I've
up
been
at.
Green though, man. That guy was.
That guy was good. That guy was
That guy
good.
was so.
Is that the
funny.
who's the dude with the blonde hair that had like the one where he's like sitting in the car?
Yeah,
The
with the
hat?
hat.
Yeah. There was a good one. Did you guys ever know that guy? He was like in England or something.
Oh,
He
the
was
guy
just-
that had like road rage.
Yeah, that
Yo,
guy
he
was so funny.
Oh my
He's like,
god.
oh, people say move to England because the scenery is beautiful, but you're stuck in bloody traffic all day.
That guy was good. I like that guy.
That guy was really good, man.
Yo, there's another guy, like there's the one guy that did the so no head, like I don't think
Yo,
he ever,
that Vine? I put it like once a week.
I don't know if he ever did one after that.
You didn't have to.
Like that was like the grand slam,
Dude.
bottom of the ninth, down by 3 runs.
Man.
Grand slam to win the World Series. That's probably like the creme.
Which one was that again?
The
Where
one
he's
with the skateboard? And
he's
the
like,
guy's like, oh, so go ahead.
And he
Throws it, like, breaks the skateboard. Oh my god, man.
Bro, there's some like gems.
You know what blows my mind, like, from like society standpoint, how successful the SpongeBob memes are.
Yo,
Like, SpongeBob memes have been around since memes have been a thing.
Now though, I feel like it's gonna be a thing where they're like, every time one SpongeBob meme dies,
another one.
give it like a few months, and someone's gonna pull up just a screen cap of
Dude,
something in
but the-
SpongeBob,
Like
and
a
they're gonna,
phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yo,
the
Like,
thing
won't
is-
die.
yeah.
The thing is it's annoying that it's always a SpongeBob meme, but they're always so good.
They're good.
Like it's annoying that like every time you go on Twitter with like a month apart from each other, it's always a new SpongeBob meme. Like it's like, okay, come on, like new show, but they're always so good.
Man, I'm telling you, SpongeBob is more like us than we are like ourselves, you know?
I actually like the SpongeBob memes though.
Yo, what would you say your favorite SpongeBob meme is?
I can't even think of them.
Yo, that's the thing. There's so many of them that
The new Patrick one was good.
That one was pretty funny.
That was a good
I
one.
I like the one where it's like you're imitating someone.
Oh
People
yeah,
would
and
go
the,
off with
yeah.
that one.
Oh,
Where it's like the SpongeBob that's like this.
yeah, the doodle bob or whatever it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
That was funny.
That one slapped.
that was a good one.
The new one with the Krusty Krab and the chum bucket, I don't like too much.
I didn't even think about that one, but that one too.
Yo,
I
that
like that
I
one.
don't know.
like
That,
that one.
I don't think that's as high up there.
No,
That-
I
that
need a
one's not as
SpongeBob or a
funny.
Patrick.
That one's not as funny. That one's just more of like
Relative.
yeah, like
'Cause some
bringing like
people do some-
debates.
People do some dumb stuff.
I like the Arthur one for a bit.
Oh, the
Which
fist.
the
The
fist?
fist.
Yeah, the fist.
The
was
fist.
good.
The fist was a good one.
The fist was good when it reached that phase that every meme reaches, where like it grows into like this like cancerous thing almost that becomes.
Once
like,
it gets
not
too
self.
weird and yeah,
I like when memes get to that point where they're so obscure and you're looking at it like this is nothing, but that's what makes it funny.
do you know what was a good meme last year? The Bon Appetit one.
Oh my, yo,
But then it.
Yo, the thing is
Bodhi African feet.
I didn't even hear that.
Oh my
The thing
god,
is-
it's so funny.
the thing is that with memes, there's like a timeline. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, there's like a expiry date, and once it goes past that, it's kind of like
Then you just can't look at it
like
anymore.
the Bone Apple Tea one.
That one I loved.
I loved it, but then people started to drag it around, and I was
But
just
that's
kinda
the
like,
thing that makes memes so good is that like, and we saw this with the Tide Pod thing,
But is
where
that a meme or is that just like a challenge?
well, here's the thing, like
I think it started out as a meme.
and that's the interesting thing, like when a meme
Mm,
surpasses its death, like when it doesn't die,
Yeah.
when it begs to die but no one lets it die,
Yeah.
that's what happens. Like the Tide Pod thing started as like an image, really. They like, oh, like can't wait for dinner tonight, and it was just
It's a
like
plate of
like
Tide
a
Pods.
like a Microsoft Paint picture of like a Tide Pod or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it grew into this thing where people actually started to do it. And like a lot of memes when they get to the point where like they've gone past the longevity, like they're like wine. They get better with age, I find.
So what?
Sometimes I feel like they either age like wine or milk, you know, and you just don't know half the time.
Man, that's good.
So what would you say, like, if there was a timeline,
Right.
theoretically, what would you say it would be for a meme? Like, how long do you give it until it's like, okay, we need a new one?
Well, it depends, because you find the longer, like the more, like it's exponential. The more memes that we get exposed to,
Mm-hmm.
the faster they come out, and in turn, like the faster we get over them.
So what would, like, over the past 2 years?
Like this chum bucket one's done already. Like the chum bucket Chrissy
Yeah,
Krab.
it's
that
over.
one didn't
And the
last
new
too
one
long.
now is like the SpongeBob like losing breath, and that will only last.
Oh,
another
that
week.
one's
Oh
good.
my
That
God.
one's so
That's the
good.
newest one, and that will last for like a week. But you'll see it like as time goes on, like memes will last shorter and shorter.
I think the average meme probably like the average
I'd say
good
like a
meme.
week and a half.
I
would say 2 weeks.
Yeah, I say 2 weeks.
I'd say a week and
A week and a half, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. Like
Like, it either ends on the Wednesday or it goes to the Sunday.
there's some
Yeah.
that are just so underappreciated, man. Like, you know, like the one with the guy leaning on the locker and he's like talking with a chick, and the whole premise.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he's trying to impress this broad, but he doesn't know like how to form the words, or like he doesn't know like how to do it.
It's like, oh, like, I love kids.
Oh, like trying to
It's like,
impress her.
yeah,
yeah,
trying to
okay.
impress her. Oh, the pedophile.
Yeah, that's a
Yo,
good
there's
one.
also the one that cracks me up every time. Like,
I already
even
know what
though
you're gonna say.
It's old. It kills me. Is the white dude in the pool.
In the pool, yeah,
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, like, that one's old,
Dude.
but it's so good because people just find, like, the thing is with the memes, I think, like, with certain memes, it's also, like, prevalent to the time of what's happening. Like,
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
it's like the dude in the pool, he'll be like, oh, like, long live Black Panther, Wakanda forever. My name's
Yeah.
Brad. You know what I mean? Like, it's good because
Yeah.
Black Panther just came out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
like-
it's always good to morph it.
My
to
favorite
whatever.
one of that was where he's like, "Oh, you're from Africa? What kind of
Yeah.
music do you listen to?"
Yeah.
Hell, mine is Brad. Yeah, it's like, yeah, like memes are great because of for like really the reason of how self-aware they are. Like a lot of times, like that one's really good.
That one's hilarious.
Because it takes something that's really tense to society and like completely makes a joke of it, which is why like I find most of my humor in most things like South Park or Family Guy.
Mhm.
Like memes have found a way to like simplify like the more like taboo shit
Yeah.
of our time. Yeah, I got it. That's $5 already.
I didn't even hear that one.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
I'm
She'll be so upset with me when she sees this.
Anyway, you could still win this money if you subscribe and comment on our video.
Yeah, we have to pay like $41 after like
Yeah.
our
Oh, yeah,
little
after
spiel today.
Martino.
It's
Yeah.
also March 5th, April 5th. Damn it.
Did we not do any of that?
No, I don't think so. We just went
Oh.
straight into the memes.
Yo, we went hard. I'm telling you, memes are a way of life now. Like, when I wake up, my routine is washroom, go upstairs, prepare breakfast, check Twitter. Because there's always something good on Twitter.
For a meme, I have so much stock over here now. You guys got that?
No. Why don't you show your arm to the camera?
Oh yeah, I got a new tattoo. We didn't talk about how our weeks have been.
Yeah.
How's it been going? We haven't
That's
seen each
okay.
other in a
Oh,
while.
today's a big day.
Today's a big day.
7 years with my beloved girlfriend.
Oh
That's
yeah, we
right.
need a shout out.
Hey.
Shout
yeah.
out, Em.
Congratulations for
Congrats.
watching us. Yeah, good job, man.
Thanks.
I couldn't anything for 7 years.
It feels good.
that,
feels really good.
That I'm proud.
It's nice. It's really nice.
I'm proud that there's still love like that in the world.
Yeah.
Chivalry still exists.
Yeah, like it gives me a little bit of hope. One
Feels nice.
I'll find a zebra that can make me that happy.
Exactly.
Ayo.
Ayo.
Hey. Yeah, so 7 years, I got a new tattoo. Tell them what you've been up to. Just, slaying
Too
me
much
and
pressure.
Guige, eh?
Too much pressure.
Too much pressure, eh?
Shout out Pasquale for Guige.
Oh my god.
That's been a new thing now.
Okay, I want to do a quick poll because I've actually asked a few people by myself.
Okay.
Now, without any of us saying something, go to the comments after watching this and let us know what you think of Guige is. Alright?
Oh, okay.
Be honest, because I've asked around, and I think our good friend, we have a good friend, Michael Pasquale, who I think might be a bit of a bullshitter. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say that.
Agreed.
Because he made me feel like an idiot. He made me feel like an idiot for not knowing what it
He
was.
came off so confident
Yeah,
when
he's
he
like,
said it.
how do you not know what a Guige is? Like,
Okay, without giving it away, we'll give a little backstory. So we were ripping either Fortnite or Rainbow.
we were hitting the sticks, if you know.
And then Pasquale, being the guy he is, said, "Oh, you know what?
It
I can't say it without giving
I know,
it away,
yeah.
but he's like something something something
Guige.
Guige,
Guige.
right?
I guess that's not really a hint.
It's not even
yo,
anything of a hint.
No, but if you give the sentence, then it's kind of.
I know,
It narrows it down to a couple things. You know what I mean?
We can't say it because then you'll know.
Okay, he said, he's like, oh, you know what? Blah blah blah, Guige, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we were kind of puzzled, right? And then he came off. He's like, yo,
Wait, hold on. So you guys didn't know what Guige was either?
no, I had no
No.
idea.
You didn't know what Guige was? Because
No,
you guys
but
laughed at me
Yo,
like
but when
I'm an
he said
idiot.
it, no,
But like
when
in
he
the
said it-
context of it,
when he said it, and then how he explained it, I was kind of like, I
Yeah.
can see that.
Well, like, I knew what it was from context, but I was saying it because, like, he said it like it was way too natural.
no.
Like, that's its primary name.
yeah, that's
I
what
don't
mean.
think
He
it's like
was
a thing.
So confident.
It's not a thing at all. Because
But
he
no-
was saying it to me like it's a thing.
The way he said it,
No.
the way he said it, he could have made it a thing.
I think he was questioning your Italianness.
That's what I think it was.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I asked Italians. I went to Italians. I was like, hey, like,
what's a Guige?
yeah, what's a Guige, right? Because I'm there like, okay, I know I'm a munja cake. Like, you know, you don't have to shove on my face, thanks. But, so I was asking people, I was like, oh, what's a Guige? You know what Guige is? And they're like, I don't know what Guige is. It's not.
Did they
It's
give you
not a
any
thing.
answers or no?
Sorry?
Did they give you answers or did they just say I don't know?
Honestly, and here's the thing. Most people
Did
watch this
anyone say what he said it was?
No, but a
Okay.
lot of people thought it was something like maybe like vulgar or derogatory.
Yeah, like it sounds like it could be something like
yeah, like so is tilapia though. We've had this conversation.
that. Yeah, the word tilapia.
Tilapia sounds like a very vulgar, like wet, freaking like
Something, yeah.
Yeah, tilapia, guige.
Yeah.
One of those.
One of those. I like the fact now that we can have a timestamp in this video that just says Michael Pasquale.
And yeah, Michael was calling, and then in brackets, Guige.
Guige. The lean, mean Guige machine. That's so funny.
Yo, that's the title right there.
That is the title.
The
Lean,
mean Guige
Lean meme.
machine.
Lean meme.
Charlie Sheen
Lean meme, Charlie Sheen.
being Guige. All right, well, what's next?
Tom?
Yeah, what do you guys got?
I don't know. Well, we're still waiting for you to tell us what you've been up to. How have you improved yourself since the last time we saw each other?
Prove myself? Honestly, I'm trying not to get sick. Everybody I know is sick.
Yeah, yo, there's something going around.
Yeah.
There's bugs everywhere.
I never got that term. There's a bug. Because, you know, I get, like, oh, a virus, but it's not really, like, an insect. Because that's what I think. When I hear there's a bug going around, I'm thinking there's some spider crawling around.
There's like a mosquito.
Yeah, but
flying.
then it's also like the term for computers. Like, oh, I got a bug.
But, fair enough. I think that comes from the same idea of a
it's-
virus.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it's just like,
Well, I guess a parasite would be a bug, wouldn't it? There's no word.
No, it's a parasite.
Yeah, what are
but it's-
parasites?
I think
Parasites.
a bug like stems from parasite.
It might.
Vice versa.
Like instead of someone being like, oh, I got a parasite. Like, oh, you got
I got
the
a-
bug.
I got a-
Like, oh, you got
I
the
got
parasite.
that bug.
I got bit by the bug.
That's like one of those things everybody just like kind of knows.
It's
oh, I got a bug.
What's that thing that you were going to talk about?
Idiom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did we ever talk about that?
No, we didn't.
Yo, because here's the thing. There's a lot of idioms, and I forget now, but like I looked, because things like that kind of mess me up. Like I don't like saying something when I don't know
What it means.
where it derives from or whatnot, right? So there's a lot of idioms where I'm like,
Let me ask you a quick question before you dive into it.
yeah.
Do you think memes or vines will ever become an idiom?
I think there are like the new way of us expressing idioms,
Yeah.
where it's like, yeah, it's kind of like, because an idiom's really,
A saying almost?
it's kind of like a universal way of trying to explain something, right?
Okay.
Like there's the one, I remember one of them where it's like, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Have you guys ever heard that?
Never heard of
A
it.
gift?
Yeah, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
No. What would
It's an idiom for like,
yeah. Like how would you use that?
so you use it where it's like, when
Use it first and then explain it.
so when something good happens,
Mhm.
but you question it.
I was about to say we should try and like
Oh.
guess like how
Use it?
we'd use it.
Okay, yo, spit out a couple more after this.
Yeah.
One.
For
the ones
first,
that you know.
yeah. First, what's the gift horse one?
Okay, well, like a gift horse is like if if something good happens, don't question it, don't overthink it.
Okay.
So, you know, like,
Kind of makes sense.
yeah, so like it comes from the fact that like back in the day, like we're talking like 17th century
Back a few days ago.
or 18th century rather.
Yeah.
Like you would, if you gave someone a horse like as a gift,
Huh?
it would be rude.
Oh.
It would be rude for you to look into its mouth because that's how you would inspect a horse.
Right.
So it's kind of like, it's literally like if someone gave you a gift now and you kind of like looked it over to make sure it's good.
Yeah, like, oh, can I get the receipt with that? Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's like, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It's a good thing. Just
That's
take it
kinda
as
cool.
is.
I like that.
Yeah, so there's that.
Yeah,
there's
but the
that.
thing, okay, I mean,
It just doesn't really translate into.
I would look
modern
a
day.
gift horse in the mouth
Nowadays, you would.
because a horse is going to cost you money to feed, right?
Who's giving you a horse, first of all?
But if I did get a horse, that's the first thing I would do, I think. If that's how you check a horse, I'm not paying all this money. I would just say keep the horse. If I
Well-
got to pay all this money to feed it because they eat a lot,
I think the whole idea is that like if you got gifted a horse, it was like a huge honor. Like
I
that's
guess,
like,
yeah.
That'd be like someone
Giving you,
securing
like, a car.
Yeah, like giving. You
Yeah,
a
it's
car,
like someone giving you a car,
or
and
like
you kind of like
Yeah.
check the engine.
popping the hood with the ribbon still on it, and you're there
Yeah,
popping
like,
the hood, looking
Don't
into
check
it.
the engine of a Ferrari.
Yeah, like
That's
look at
the
it,
car.
but just
Yeah,
not for sort
yeah,
of thing. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
okay, I get that.
Okay, so what's another one that you know?
There's actually a few with horses I remember.
Oh, I want to know.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested now. It's a
Man,
nice little game show.
you guys are catching me off guard. Like I wish I really prepped this before. Oh, I have a good one actually. Remember, a cock and bull story.
A what?
A cock and bull story.
And bull?
A cock and bull
I
story.
think you've told me this one.
Yeah, now this one.
That just sounds like a story that's like if someone's lying and then you tell your friend like, oh, this guy just told me a cock and bull story.
Okay, what do you think?
That's actually pretty good.
Are you going with that or what's?
No, because I
Yeah,
want
specify.
it to be wrong and I want to be right.
Okay.
Cock and bull story, right?
Yeah.
Do I only get one guess? Because I'm still thinking of what it could be.
Nah, I think
Dude, you
there's
can take a few stabs, whatever.
Nah.
No? Okay, one
We
guess.
should do one guess each.
Okay,
so
fine.
I'll go first on him.
Alright.
Cock and bull story.
I'm already locked in.
I think it is though, because like the term bull,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
How close are we?
You guys aren't far off. It's not a lie, but it's like over exaggerating.
Okay.
So it came from like in England back in like the early 1900s. The idiom itself is kind of a cock and bull story because the story goes is that there were these two bars in this little village,
Mm-hmm.
and there was like literally a bar that had like a rooster on the front of it,
And a bull.
and another one had a bull, and there would always be these fights happening like in these bars or like between the bars, but everyone always over exaggerate what was happening, so it became known as like a cock and bull story, where it's like, oh yeah, like you know, one of those where you're kind of over exaggerating to get a point across, sort
Yeah,
of to
okay.
add to the story. So there's that, and then oh man, I'm trying to think of more right now.
Think of like one more.
Okay, I got one more, but it's not so much an idiom as it is a vulgar word.
Okay. Cancel the swear jar for about a minute.
Okay, well, here's the thing. It's used as just a word, but it's kind of an idiom in itself.
Okay.
Whore. The word whore.
Whore?
Yeah.
Like
That
the
can.
definition of it?
No, not the definition, but its origin. Where it comes from.
Like what it like yeah.
It means
what it means.
in
Oh,
its
what
current
it-
meaning, but where it derives from. So it's used now for like prostitutes or escorts, but where does that word derive from?
I don't know. Maybe like a hoarder in like the 1800s or
It's
something.
definitely gonna get it
I
wrong.
kind of like that actually. That makes sense.
I don't know.
They're hoarding something.
They're hoarding something. A whole
What
bunch
do you
of things.
think?
Maybe it was like, because I'm thinking like horror, right? Like scary.
Okay.
So maybe like back then they weren't as popular among the people.
What about-
kind of like a bad thing?
What about something kind of like farming? You would have like a horde of like sheep or something like that.
But that'd be like a hoe too, like the
I guess. I mean, I feel like a lot of it comes down to like farming.
something to do with like the 1700s.
Horde? Yeah, I guess I'm
Well, you know what I mean. Like a lot of these idioms are.
yeah.
Well, that's the thing about idioms. Like they take time to actually just formulate their own thing in culture. So yeah, I can see where you're coming from. But the term whore actually comes from when Abraham Lincoln was president.
Uh,
His general His name was General Whore, and he would constantly be paying women to have sex with him.
Damn.
And they became known, like these women became known as whores. Like they were his. So they like, you know, they'd be like, if it was you, they'd be called doms. But because this General Whore,
His name was Whore.
his name was Whore. So these women.
Can you imagine your name being something like that before everybody knows it as that? Because his name was Whore, but that was, I guess, just like a regular name. Now, if your last name is Whore, it's kind of like in elementary school, you're not gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, like
Or even high school.
Or high school.
Yeah.
there's a few things like that. Because even like most swear words that you find pretty much come from like German, to be honest. Like a lot of them come from German.
Well, everything in German just sounds angry anyway.
So true.
Well, because what you'd find is like when you look back at like monarchies, what would happen is that like the lower class they spoke like this very like rough sort of dialect of German, and like for example like shit just is just like literally it just meant like poo, but it was just like this lower form of it. That's why like our vulgar words, their vulgarity like in our society comes from the fact that they were just known to be a lower class of speaking.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why it's so like obscure now.
Like frowned upon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because it's just been like programmed into us that it's like a more low class of speaking.
I get that.
Cool.
And now it just has like a negative like connotation to it.
Yeah, and
like,
that's the thing too. Like if you look at swearing, because of how much we swear now in society, like the thing is that we need swearing. Like swearing is a necessity in human language.
I always kind of wondered that, like, why, like when I was younger, I was just kind of like, why are some words just like not okay to say? Like in the end, it's just a word.
Yeah, but
it's also like the context of a word too. Like, you know what I mean?
It's also kind of good that we're not allowed to, like, that we're taught that some words are bad to say.
But why are they bad? They're only bad because we're taught they're bad.
I think it's like the context of how you use it in the way it's bad. Because you could be like,
the F.
Yeah. Like,
Well, we have the swear jar, so we're kind of limited to what we can say. But
yeah, let's say the F word.
the F word.
okay, like
PG.
like F, like after you stub your toe or something.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's just you expressing yourself. But
Yeah.
if you go up to someone and like, oh, you're an F, then it's kind of like derogatory.
But why is that bad though?
Well, that's the thing.
I think it's just the context.
It's just the context, but like we're taught that it's bad.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it literally comes from that. Like, if you look at the 16th century, like how that, like, if you were rich and powerful, you wouldn't use that sort of
Those types. Okay, yeah.
It was literally that kind of dialect. Like
Yeah.
the words we use has come from like a dialect of peasants, really, right? So that's why it's taught bad now. But the thing about swearing is that like there's been psychological studies
Yeah.
where like if you hurt yourself, like stub your toe.
I've heard that.
If you swear, it actually helps with pain.
If you like yell it though.
Yeah, like if you like really let it out. And the thing is too, like you're saying with context, that's the thing that's kind of good about not swearing a lot. Like for me, like I swear a lot. So
Yeah.
when I really want to drive a point home, I don't have the vocabulary to do that anymore.
Right.
Cause like I use these like vulgar words
All the time.
so freely that like when I'm actually upset, my
It holds
vocabulary
no weight.
I've capped already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I was watching a pretty interesting video about like how you'll see like throughout history, and like it'll happen with us too, where like our very taboo vulgar words now are an F or S or even like the C word so much, but they're going more to like what matters in our society. So you see like racial terms that are really like the taboo vulgar words now, or like words relating to like sexuality and stuff like that.
True.
Like
Or
yeah.
even
like our taboo words now.
Well, okay, I guess that kind of ties into what I was saying though. Like the F word is just like a word, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it can kind of lose its meaning because like it's not really like focused on a certain person. But if you call someone like
retarded.
yeah, or like by their like sexuality or race, that's like to a certain person. So somebody's gonna get offended by that word that only affects them.
Think about like back in high school, how many times we would just throw retarded around. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, the things we threw around in high school.
But I mean like.
We went to an old guy's school
But I
that
mean like
was like
specifically retard or like retarded. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like you would just someone you don't like, you'd be like, oh, you're an effing retard.
I still throw it around to be.
But now it's like Like, remember, like, you can't just say it anymore because it's just...
You can't. There's a lot of things you can't say, but there's, like... And here's the thing, like we're saying, it's really, like, context. Like, I
Yeah.
can see why people get offended when I say, like, retard. But it's, like, I'm not saying it as, like, relating it to someone who's mentally challenged. Like, the word retard just holds a different meaning to me.
Yeah, but like you could say that, I feel like, with like any term
And that's the
that
thing.
you would
Yeah,
call
like gay. Like, all
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because...
like, even though like you don't mean it in that way,
Yeah.
and you never did, it just holds that weight to it, which is why I just like try and stay away from like all of that.
And that kind of ties back into what you're saying with, like, the F word and whatnot, where, like you said, all of it is just words, and they all hold their value. Like the F, the S, all that stuff. You trace that back, like if you went through a timeline of, like, very hard derogatory words, like, it would start with, like, the F and the S back in, like, the monarchies of Europe. Whereas, like, if you use those words, you were a peasant and dirty and useless. Now, if you go forward a bit, when Christianity starts to rise, like, saying, like, God damn it and Jesus, like, that stuff was, like, huge. Like, those were the derogatory terms of that time. And then as you press on, you could see that vulgarity and derogatory terms and whatnot, you could see how effective they were based on, like, the society and the time they were using.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, like there's certain, like, that's why like racial terms and, like, sexuality terms now, it's like, dude, like, you're always like you're an N-word away from that's it, done, you're never getting a job or, like, anything like that. No, not to say that's, like, it shouldn't be like that, but I'm just saying, like, people look at vulgarity like, oh, F and S
Yeah.
aren't really bad anymore. Like, we don't really have swear words anymore. But it's like a vulgar term is any word that you can't say out in public and not get absolutely crapped on for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my little bit about that.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I swear a lot, so I do my research on that stuff.
Yeah, that's actually why we have to put the swear jar in.
Yeah, it's all
Might
my
as
fault.
well make someone happy with the swearing.
That's it. I'm
Make someone's day.
swearing for the people.
There you
Again,
go.
comment and subscribe. Throw a little plug in there.
Comment, subscribe, like, do something.
Yo, did you guys see what happened last week or this week?
Was it 2 days ago?
What are you talking about?
Are we talking about YouTube shooting?
We'll get into that. We'll close it with that.
Okay.
But I was gonna say how the first driverless
Oh, yeah, I saw
Uber killed someone.
that. Was it an Uber or a Tesla?
It could have been a Tesla. It could have been like an Uber Tesla or something like that.
Now, wasn't it
Or
the
a
other
Tesla.
driver's fault, though?
So here's the thing. I
Or
didn't
the
do.
person jaywalking or something like that?
Yes. Well, okay. There's the video,
Okay.
and you could find that. Just like search up Uber or like first death,
Yeah.
whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
But so the situation is that it's really dark outside, and there's like very few like street poles. The car is going. The person who's behind the wheel, because there's a person that's there. They're like looking at their phone or something, and then the person is like crossing their bike across the street, but it's not like a city street. It's like
Rural suburbs.
like somebody like
Like Aurora.
yeah, someone's crossing with their bike, and literally like when I saw the video, I had to replay it. I was like, where did they come from?
Right.
But
Like, if it was not, if you were driving.
I
probably-
wouldn't have seen them.
Okay.
So I was looking at the stats. People are saying like, yeah, like we should like take down driverless cars or whatever like that. I don't think they should stop.
Like, from your experience watching the video, would you say it was the guy's fault to put on autopilot, or would you say it's the guy's fault that crossed? Or do you think it was just kind of like...
A little bit of both, because the thing about it is I think on Tesla, it's called auto assistant. And
Smart.
they use that specific word because you're still supposed to be basically like looking at the road and like having your hands like
So it would be the
ready.
driver's fault. The driver's at fault here, is it? Who's
But,
at fault?
but from what you said from the video, it's like the guy just...
Well, I mean, legally, who's at fault? If there's
legally
an
who's at fault.
It could be both. No?
We'd have to maybe like follow up next podcast with that because I'd actually like to know. But like you're supposed to be like at the ready, right? It's just supposed to help you, like, if your hands are tired or like, you know, but like obviously people just,
Well,
you
if
know,
your hands get tired, then you shouldn't have a license.
whatever the reason is, but like,
I'm not arguing with you to be in. Like,
Yeah.
I'm arguing for the sake of argument here.
but I don't know.
Like, if they should get rid of it or not.
I think they should keep it because they were saying,
I think
like,
they should keep it.
I found a stat that said like about 40,000 people a year die from like car accidents, which is like,
Ridiculous.
That's not a lot, actually. Really.
that's a lot.
That's a 40,000.
40,000 where in the world? That's not a lot at all.
40,000 people still.
40,000
a lot.
people die like every day.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's still a lot of people. If it was like
With
under,
7.1 billion
okay,
people.
but if it was under 1,000, I'd be like, that's not a lot. If it's under 10,000, I'd be like, that's not that much.
Okay,
but 40,000 still a good amount.
Let's just say,
That's why people died in like the States from mass shootings like
let's
this week.
let's just say,
40,000 people.
oh my god, let's just say that it's only in the areas where they have self-driving cars. So like, I'm assuming like
U.S.
Bangladesh.
the U.S. Yeah, but like, so let's just say it's there. That's
Right.
like a lot compared to one so far, out of like a new software, fairly new.
Okay, but you have to look at it like how many. Okay, here's how me look at it. How many people die in car accidents versus how many like manual cars are on the road, like manual steered cars and AI controlled cars. Like if you look, let's say right now in the States, there's
Yeah,
what? There's only the one self-driving car on the road. Is there? How many self-driving cars are there on the road?
it's a bunch.
There's a
fair
good amount.
Okay, let's say.
Okay, well, they're
let's say-
they're
let's
not
say-
like self-driving. There's like there's someone behind the car.
Yeah,
Or the
like
wheel.
It can go. It can
self-assisted
like,
for legality
Yeah.
terms. Let's call them that. Let's say there's 15,000.
Okay,
Is that? Can we all agree on that number?
sure.
Just
Yeah.
to throw
Sure.
it
Yeah.
out
Just to
there?
throw it out there.
And there's probably like what, like freaking like 30 million human-driven cars on the road. Like if you ratio it, there's probably more people dying from self-assisted cars. than
So
there
do you think they should get rid of it or keep it?
No, I don't think they should get rid of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing that.
Okay. No, I was
So-
just wondering. To get,
The stat that I saw was only deaths and not like accidents as a whole. And from what I've seen, the self-assistant cars do like very well at dodging accidents.
Pylons, they could dodge.
They can dodge a
Rapid.
pylon.
They can dodge a pylon, no problem. But yeah, no, I don't think they should get rid of it. I do think. Here's my issue with self-assisted cars. I know this is self-driving. It knocked me out pretty soon to say it again.
Honestly, I don't even know if they have, like, I don't know if I'm wrong or not. If they have like actual like
Doesn't
you
Google
turn
have
on
it?
the car, close the door, and let the car do its own thing. I
thought-
don't know if they
I
do
thought
that.
Google has like a smart car that's on their like headquarters that like literally just drives around by itself.
The problem is,
I think they do. They probably do.
Like-
It's like a smart car.
like, logistically, it doesn't work unless all the cars
Do
are
it.
self-driving. Because I remember, like, man, this would have been like years ago. I saw this thing that Google was actually working on for self-driving vehicles.
Yeah.
And the way they would work is they'll communicate with each other so that you can literally just get rid of streetlights. And like four-way stops aren't four-way stops anymore. Like cars would know how to time their speeds. So you just have like weaving vehicles.
See, but here's my thing with that. Like, what if you're like by self-driving cars, can the driver take control of it at all or no? Is it like the car's doing everything?
That's up to the manufacturer. Like the problem is as soon as a human can touch a steering wheel that's on the road as a car that has auto assistance, it throws human error into it.
So let me put it this way: if every car has self-assistance or self-driving, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So they all communicate from each other. What about those times where like your wife's pregnant and you need to go like 120 down a 40 street to the
Maybe
hospital?
you can put in like an emergency mode.
Yeah, like you have to make a call 911. This is my license plate. My wife's pregnant.
But like think about like all the instances where you have to go above the speed limit or you have to do certain things.
Yeah.
They there have to be so
Well, then
many modes in the car for that.
They'll
to
have
happen.
to change the law so that the majority would win. So that like if you're driving manually, you have to accept that you're now taking the risk on the road.
That'd be fair, yeah.
Because that's the thing. Like if you have whatever the minority is, it's going to be held liable. That's the problem. Like, you need to have all cars to be self-assisted because, like, this instance...
I don't think that'll happen. But, yeah, go on.
This instance, it was probably most likely the person's fault. They were probably jaywalking.
Yeah, they were.
Nonetheless, like, a normal human maybe could have at least slowed down a bit or whatever the case may be.
Well, the car slowed down, but, like...
But here's the thing. Like, did the guy not see the car coming? Like, did he not look both ways? Like,
well, it's a Tesla. You wouldn't even hear it, to be honest.
No, but not
but
even
there's
that.
lights.
The lights. Yeah. Like, as soon as you're able to walk, your parents tell you to always look both ways
Yeah.
across the street.
Exactly.
Like, even now, like, I'll always do a quick look. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's why
Well,
I say, like...
What some people are saying is they're like, these driving assistant cars, or these, like, I guess we can just call them, like, smart cars. Not like a smart car, but, like, smart cars.
We'll just say it for
Yeah.
the sake,
People are saying, like, they're supposed to be made so they can be better than human reaction.
Exactly.
And now there's, like, a thing where it's like, you know, now it didn't. So it's like, is it really better? Like,
here's my thing. Like, I'll ask Dom because you don't have, like, the experience because you haven't been. Have you ever, like, driven? I don't like. You know those streets where, like, there's no street lights, and you have to put your high beams on whenever there's never a car coming. Like, a car still would not be able to see a person unless they have some sort of sensor on them. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, it comes down to, like I'm not trying to, like, say, like, the guy that died, it's his fault, he deserves to be dead, because that's kind of...
You really just said that?
no, like, I'm trying to say, like, it's not what I'm trying to say, but there comes a point where, like, if you're crossing a dark road at night, even if you can't hear the car...
I don't think it was the car's fault. I think that's what you're trying to...
Yeah, I don't think
I'm not saying it's, like, the car... I'm saying, like, not just this instance, but, like, further down the road, like, it should not be the car's fault if it's that circumstance where there's not really any streetlights. It's really dark out. Because it would be the car's fault if the lights weren't on. Because then he wouldn't be able to hear it or see it. Legally, they should be on, but I'm saying the only thing I can see happening is either this guy didn't look both ways, or he just didn't see the car.
Do you want to pull up the video? It's only like a few seconds. It's literally like a 5-second video. While you pull it up, though, like, what do you think?
My whole thing is, the problem is that if you have a human...
Yeah.
If you have a human involved...
Yeah, it's that one.
With the car...
Or actually click the third one. Yeah.
Like, AI will always be held responsible. Is this the dash cam of the car?
Yeah.
Like, how...
Get wrecked. Oh my
God.
God.
This video was played in slow motion. Well... The other clip, but, like, look how, like, this person in the car, like, they're looking up. You see how they're like,
yeah, see, like,
yells.
But, like, look, like,
this looks like it's, like, played a little slower, to be honest.
She looks like she's coming from, like, this area, so I'd say, like, up here.
Yeah.
Right. But, like, how do you not see? Like, there's a car at the other end of her as well. So
yeah, she would have definitely seen those lights.
You know, like, you see them here.
Yeah.
Or just here. While they're already... She was doing, like a little bit of a run, kind of, to try and get through. But you probably have half a second to go from... I'm assuming they're, like, 60 miles an hour.
She either has to swerve into the next lane and potentially get in a head-on collision.
Yeah.
Or brake and hit this lady at less speed. Like, just the way she comes out of it, it's just kind of like
you can't see her until, like,
here.
Yeah,
and look, that's like maybe 2 of these white lines, which are like...
That's fat. Like, you can't do anything.
Yeah, maybe that's like a meter long.
Like, even if she slams on the brake, she's still gonna hit
You're still basically hitting them full speed.
Yeah.
Like,
so...
That's what I mean. Like, you should be able to see the car. Like, at this point, like, she has no reflectives on her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how cyclists have those patches on them that, like, the lights will bounce?
Yeah.
None of that.
The issue is that, like, even... Okay, so she's clearly breaking the law. She's jaywalking.
But is jaywalking still breaking the law?
Yeah. You're not... You have to cross at crosswalks.
Even in Canada? Because, like, there's times where, like, I'll walk right in front of a cop. And...
Yeah, it's not, like, enforced.
Oh, okay.
But, like, it's walking at your own risk.
Because the thing is, as well, is the car doesn't, like, obviously they should slow down, but if you're not crossing at a crosswalk, like, it's your fault. Because the car doesn't have to slow down.
Well, the problem is, though, is that if you hit someone and kill them, you're still held responsible.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, yeah,
yeah.
but I mean, like, when you're crossing the road, you're taking the risk that the car...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
but
taking the risk on your life. Like, legally, it's still the driver's fault because,
Yeah.
like, you always have to be ready,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird because, like, if someone jumps in front of the car, basically, like, that situation,
Yeah.
you really can't do anything, and it's still your fault. So,
But that's like the issue that comes up with it is sort of like, you know, how do you hold a car that controls itself responsible in court of law?
I think they would have to go after the car
They'd
manufacturers.
have to do that, or they'd have to do tests. on the
Or
car.
it'd have to be the driver itself. Like, you get the self assistance, but you do it at your own risk. You
What
don't,
do
you
you-
don't do self assistance at night.
What do you guys think? You have to let us know.
Yeah, I'd like to know comments
Yeah,
about
let us
that.
know.
in the comments. what
Let's,
you think
like,
about
Let's get into YouTube for a little bit. What happened this
a
week?
couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All I really know is there was a shooting at the headquarters of YouTube. I don't even know if there was
Yeah.
like fatalities.
There was 3 injured last I checked. What was
three injured. 2 of them are now.
Fine.
cleared?
Like
I think they're in the hospital, but they're basically cleared.
Okay.
And one is still in
And the shooter killed
herself.
Oh, she did.
Yeah,
She did,
self-inflicted.
Because I also heard that they sent in a negotiator too. Like the SWAT showed up and they sent. Because I saw.
YouTube terms and conditions.
Oh my god.
No, like I saw like I don't know if it was like Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat, but like someone posted a picture like saying SWAT showed up, interrogator or negotiator went in.
Halfway through the negotiation, there was a 5-second ad.
Oh my god.
Well, you know, it's
Your opinion or it's the survey. It's like your opinion matters. Which one
Yeah.
would you buy? McDonald's, Wendy's, A&W, or Burger?
AK-47.
Have you seen any of these advertisers recently?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
did you guys also see? It's on the trending page of YouTube. You guys can take a look at this as well.
Oh, her?
Yeah, her video.
Yeah.
She's like completely not ripping apart YouTube, but she's voicing her opinion on how.
So she got what she wanted, because I think from what I heard, this will happen due to her not liking the demonetization.
yeah,
And
she
her
was saying-
videos getting like removed or whatever.
Yeah, she was saying that like.
I'd say they're definitely removed now. I'm surprised that they're.
I don't think they are.
No, the ones that were uploaded were like the Daily Mail uploading it or something like that. It wasn't like her channel. It was like the Daily Mail. or
Oh yeah,
New
probably.
York Times. But she was saying that like. Paraphrasing, she said, "There's one person that watches your videos. If they like them, they'll do what they can to make sure they're on the trending page. You'll get ads, blah blah blah. If you're watching, Steve, let us know. Hit
Let us know,
up."
buddy.
But yeah, she was saying that like no one at YouTube liked their content, so they would always skip over her, and she was getting fed up.
So would she find the 3 people that are doing that?
No, she.
Apparently.
I think
She cracked
she
them.
just walked in and just like kind of opened fire.
Like,
But
this-
I don't think she went in the building. She was outside the building, like around the campus, because YouTube has like a campus kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think she was in like the space,
like
and
the,
she only had a pistol.
what's it called? There's like a building and there's like a little park in the middle. What's it called?
Like the courtyard.
Yeah,
Parkette?
courtyard, whatever. Yeah, she probably.
And I'll bring up this, yeah, 'cause she didn't only have a pistol.
She, from what I think she
Yeah.
only had a pistol.
For the argument for gun regulation's sake, if she had like an AR-15,
Oh my
She would have
God.
killed 20 people.
we won't be recording this podcast right now. There'd be no YouTube to post it on.
That's true.
Or
YouTube be shut down for a bit.
yeah,
Yeah, that's so true though.
yeah, and they'd probably be hiring more people if anything. Screw gun regulation.
Yeah. I think we're gonna end it there.
Alright.
That's so bad. You know what? That's fucked. That's.
Well, you know what? I just got us another loony, so
You can thank us.
we'll count that up after and have the total for you in the comments or on the end of the video.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think of the last 2 topics we talked about.
Yeah,
Let us
let
know what you
us
think
know.
about anything and everything. What's your favorite color? Let us know. We're
Yeah,
curious.
comment. Because last time I was the only one that commented on the video, and I gave ourselves a little thumbs up.
I
but-
saw that.
So we need someone else besides me commenting on our,
Yeah.
our own videos.
Yeah, I might comment on that this week. We'll see what happens. Get into
Yeah.
it's my own contest.
Yeah, no, we.
Yeah.
Like-
No. Like, comment.
Yeah, like, comment,
Subscribe.
subscribe.
We'll see you next week.
What's your favorite meme?
Yeah, let us know what your favorite meme
Let us
is.
know what your favorite swear word is. Let us know anything.
Let us know what your favorite meme is. Why?
Talk to
We
us.
want a works cited page. 3 pages.
Your
minimum.
favorite of everything.
Help us. Help you.
Help me.
Help me.
Help me. Well,
All right,
thanks for stopping by.
See you there.